NFL Sunday right here at pregame.tv. We got the matchup back east, the Colts and the Patriots. New England, a 9.5-point home favorite, the total 53.5. And Marco, Andrew Luck has distanced himself, I think it's safe to say, from all the other rookie quarterbacks. A lot of them are having a good season, but Andrew Luck just looks like the real deal. He's got nice, young, skill player talent around him to build on over the next couple of years also. But while the Colts have piled up yards and first downs and wins and accolades and all that kind of stuff the last few weeks, that schedule, they played the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Miami Dolphins, the Tennessee Titans, and the Cleveland Browns. A little bit of a step-up game here against the New England Patriots.
Well, I just took my first 3 notes off my but yeah, you hit the nail on the head. It's a nice story what's going on in Indianapolis with the coach situation, and they've won 5 out of the last 6 games. But the last 4 weeks, they have played the absolute dregs of the NFL. I'm sorry, there's no other way to put it with what they've played. And we're getting, I feel, and it's not often that I can ever say this with the New England Patriots, we're getting line value with the Patriots this week. Everybody loves to bet the Patriots. Everybody loves Belichick. Everybody loves the Tom Brady. But they played a game last week where they played horrible. They were lucky to win. And Indianapolis played on Thursday night. Probably a lot of people hadn't seen Andrew Luck yet, in a game, unless they had, DirecTV or whatever, and they got to see him Thursday night. Well, he looked great. Well, it was against the Jacksonville Jaguars. You're going to look great against them, Scott. This is a situation where this line should be.
I was on the Jacksonville Jaguars in that game.
This is a situation where if you really looked last week against New England, I feel you could have predicted that flat spot on the Patriots. They were coming off a bye week. Well, their bye week wasn't just any bye week. They played their game in London, and it was a blowout win, satisfying win. You go across the pond, then you come home, you've got a week off, and then your game after the bye is a team you already blew out on the road, 52-28. I've never liked taking a team at home when they've already beaten the opponent on the road by more than they're laying, and that was the case. And they laid an egg, they were flat. So Belichick, he's going to be drilling them this week. They're going to come out with fire in their eyes, and he's going to tell them all week, this is the second coming of the Messiah, Andrew Luck, you're facing. You guys got to be prepared. I can't see it.
Well, the thing that scares me about New England, those are all fantastic points. And the one thing that scares me about New England, though, this isn't the New England Patriots of the past because of their defense. And when you look at what they've done so far this year, they have very little pass rush as opposed to what they used to do when they were winning Super Bowls. They're 29th in total yards allowed per game, 25th against the pass in yards per game. 8 of their games have come against offenses that rank, and I'm going to rattle off some numbers here now. Terrible defensive numbers, but listen to the rankings of some of these teams they've played, some of these offenses. 16th twice, 24th, 30th, 28th, 18th, 31st, and 24th. They played some horrible offenses, but they're giving up a ton of yardage. The only decent offense they faced this season is the Denver Broncos, Brian.
Yeah, this is one game that I'm going to be against you on. I'll win the pizza in the other one. What do you want to put up for this one? Some sandwich or something? You made a great point. This isn't the same New England team. You take the New England off their jersey and put somebody else's name on there, and you wouldn't be laying this kind of number. The last 3 weeks, the Indy passing game has really come along. They've thrown for 8.5, 8.7, 7.5 yards per pass attempt. League average last year was about 7.1. Defensively, we talked how bad they looked in the opener against Chicago. The last 8 games, no team has put up more than 365 yards on Indy. And in fact, you go back to the last 6 years, each of these, even though they don't no longer play in the same division, they've played each other the last 6 years. In the last 6 years, the biggest margin for New England has been 7 points. That was last year. They were a 20.5-point favorite in that game. You take a look at New England, they've beaten one team this year with a winning record. That was Denver that you talked about. They had a +2 turnover margin in that game. They were playing at home. Their defense is so bad.
How bad is it?
In 9 games, they've given up 400 yards or better to 5 of those 9 opponents. The 4 who didn't get 400 yards, Tennessee, Arizona, Seattle, St. Louis. Not very good offensive teams. They're only on a 3-7 run against the spread at home, and they got the Jets up next week. And even though they're much better than the Jets, it's a big rivalry game. And if you remember, they had to go to overtime to beat the Jets last time they played.
All right, Marco, you got a chance to look like really sharp and really studly here next week. So this is your free pick.
These guys are ganging up on me this week, guys. We're going to go with New England. They're my play. Free pick on New England minus the points. I know all great points about Indianapolis and Andrew Luck, but the thing is, he's played teams that they were able to control the game. They were never in doubt. They were never behind. Tom Brady goes up 14 points. It changes the whole game. Then he'd become one-dimensional, and then we're going to see what the rookie does. Yeah, he is great, but he is still a rookie, and he's going to make mistakes. I think New England comes focused, comes to play, jump out to an early lead, and then that's going to dictate some mistakes down the road. I'm going to take Belichick off of a bad performance. To him, the way they played last week, that was like a loss, and you know how good Belichick is when he gets his team fired up. I'm going to lay the points. I've got him winning 31-17. Take New England.
You made a good point about Andrew Luck. He's got he did have a 79 passer rating going into that Jacksonville game last week, and there's a huge home road dichotomy on how good he is at home compared to the road. So anyway, Marco says, we'll lay the points with the New England Patriots, and when we return, we've got the Saints and the Raiders up next right here at pregame.tv.